I'm going to show you how to create a main menu for your VR application or game. This is important because most of the time you don't want to load the player straight into the game or application, and you want to have that menu scene first. So if you want to learn how to do that, stick around until the end. Hello guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you how to create a main menu for your VR application or game. So in the past video we learned how to make UI for VR, and we're going to be incorporating that within a new scene in order to create our menu scene. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to go to our scenes and we want to create a new scene. And then let's just rename it to main menu. And after that, what we want to do is open the scene. And as you can see, we have an empty scene over here. And we want to add it to our build settings so it loads when we build the game. So as you can see, we just added it, but we want to move it up because it's going to be the first thing that loads into the game. And from there, we can go into the main scene. Now that we've added it, we want to go ahead and change our lighting settings. And we want to change the skybox so it doesn't look like the other scene and it has some difference and it looks like it's unique for a menu scene. So I'm just going to look up skybox and choose one of the default ones that comes with the Oculus package. And after that, what we want to do is go ahead and create our floor that the player is going to be on. So we're going to go create plane and rename it to floor. And then from there, what we want to do is go ahead and drag on a material onto it. Here you can see we can try on the red one, but it looks a little bit too flashy. So we're going to change that to the original My Material. And that looks much better. Okay, so after that, what we want to do is add the OVR player controller. So we can have our tracking for the headset and we have our player. And first thing we want to do is lower the floor and then raise the player so he's on top of the floor like that. Okay, let's drag it back a little bit and then start building our menu by creating a new canvas. Now we're just going to rename our canvas to menu canvas. And then from there, we're going to do the same thing that we did in the previous tutorial, the UI one, and adjust the canvas so suitable for VR. So let's make the width 500 and the height 1000, and then just put the position 0, 0, 0 and reduce the scale so it's suitable for the size of the player. Now let's just lift it up and let's increase the width a little bit. Okay, that's good. And the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna go back to our canvas and we're gonna remove the graphic raycaster component that we have, and we're gonna add something called the OVR raycaster, which is for the Oculus Quest. After that, what we want to do is we want to drag our center eye anchor into the event camera. And then we want to go and search up UI helpers and drag them into our scene. So as you can see, it has an event system under it, so we're going to delete this event system. We're going to go to the sphere and we're going to increase its scale a little bit. And then we're going to go to the laser pointer and enable the line renderer, and we're going to add the material. After that, we're going to edit the script, and we want to put serialized field on top of the laser beam behavior, so we can edit the property in Unity and not just in script. And as you can see, now it's available. So we're going to go and choose on when hit target. After that, we want to go to our joypad click button and we want to select secondary index trigger. So that's going to be the index trigger of our right controller. And then for the pointer, last thing, we're going to drag in the laser pointer into the pointer of the OVR raycaster. Next, we want to go ahead and search for the custom hands, and then we want to add them to our OVR player controller. So let's add the custom hand left under the left hand anchor and the custom hand right under the right hand anchor. After that, we want to go ahead and put the OVR player controller into the player slot of the OVR grabber. And we want to go ahead and set the OVR camera rig to floor level tracking origin type. Next, we're going to go to our menu canvas, and then we're going to create a background for it. And we're just going to create an image and select this for the source image. And then from there, we're just going to increase the width and height to match the width and height of the canvas. After that, we're going to add a couple of buttons to navigate around. One of them is going to be the start button, and the other one is just going to be an about button. But first, let's increase the size of this one so we can just duplicate it for the other button. And let's increase the text size. So a trick that you can do to increase the text size without losing quality is to increase the font till it's very big, and then from there what you want to do is go to horizontal and vertical overflow and select overflow. In that way, from there you can just then reduce the scale of it and you will have high definition font. Now let's change the background of the font and of the button. And then let's just duplicate it and create another button. Let's rename it and call it the About button. And let's change the text under it to About. Next up, let's add a logo to our canvas. And you can just create an image, and from there you can just import your logo, your game logo or application logo into the Unity project, and from there you can just select it and you'd have your logo on your main menu. So there we have it. We have our sample logo and menu, and now we can start working on the functionality of this menu. Now let's go to our menu canvas. And then from there, we want to create a script that's going to control our menu and all the functionality that it has. And we're just going to call it menu controller. Next, we're going to go to our project folders, and we're going to create a new folder called scripts, and we're going to add our menu controller to that folder so it's more organized. After that, we're going to open our script and we're going to add the functionality of the menu inside. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to import the Unity engine.scene management. And then we just want to delete these start and update functions and create a function for loading the main scene. And we're going to call that start button because we're going to attach this function to the start button. Then we want to do scene manager.load scene and put the name of our scene, which is main scene. And I made a mistake here and I put main menu, but you should put main scene instead. Now we're going to go back and we're going to go to our start button and we're going to add the function to it. So it triggers that function whenever we click on it. So we're going to drag in the menu canvas because that's the object that we attached our menu controller script to. Then we're going to go menu controller and the start button function. Now what we want to do next is create empty objects and we're going to make them sections. So we're going to split our menu into sections, one main section and then another about section. You can always make as many sections as you want. Just follow the same thing as I'm doing in this video. So we're going to add our logo, start button and about button into the main section. And then for the about section, we're just going to add more UI elements. And as you can see, this makes it easier to disable just the whole section, and then you could show another one, which could give the impression that you're going from one page to the other in your main menu. So as you can see, we added an about paragraph. And we can just add any random writing to it. And then let's just increase the width and height and increase the text size. And then let's just go to the main section and copy the start button so we can create a back button in our about section that goes back to the main section. And make sure it's under the about section. And then from there we can just rename it back button and change the text under it to back. Now we're going to go to the on-click of the back button and we're going to remove what we previously had. And we're going to make it enable the main section and disable the about section. So how we do that is we drag the about section first, and then we go to game object and set active, and we leave that check empty. So that means set active false. So basically it's going to disable the about section, which is what we want because we're going back to the main section. Then we're going to add the main section to the second one, and we're going to go to game object, set active, and set it to true. And when we want to do the same thing with the main section with the about button, but just the opposite. So for the about button, what we want to do is enable the about section and disable the main section. So as you can see, we put the main section set active, leave it at false, and then drag the about section and game object set active true. Lastly, we want to go to the OVR player controller, and what we want to do is remove or uncheck enable linear movement and enable rotation, because we don't want the player to be moving around in the main scene, and we just want them to be facing the main menu. So there we have it. We're ready, and now we're going to go test in the headset. As you can see, we now have our main menu scene, and we have our menu canvas and the UI helpers work. So we can now click on the about button, which will take us to the about section. And when we click on back, it will take us to our main menu. And the start button takes us to the main scene. Please like and subscribe if you found this useful, and thank you for watching.